That's fine. This is the whole point of the Power Hour, is we fucking wing it, dude.
Welcome to another Alec and Cameron Power Hour.
A classic Alec and Cameron Power Hour.
A classic. Nobody else showed up today, so Cameron and I are bringing you... Wait, hold on, actually. We got to do the intro first.
So much for our no edits quick episode.
Welcome aboard Bus One. We're on our way to Hot Springs, Arkansas, and we've got some time to kill. Let's share some hot takes.
Yeah. I'm
Alec.
And I'm Cameron.
And this is the Hot Takes episode of Bus One Trivia. Cameron, what's your take?
So it's funny you mentioned that. Today at work, someone goes, I was like sitting there, working, of course, but thinking about hot takes, and someone goes, movies just haven't been good since Harvey Weinstein got caught. And I was like, that's crazy for you to say. That's a crazy take. And I was like, actually, I disagree with you, but thank you for telling me that today, of all days.
Yeah, of all days, the hot takes day. Happy hot takes.
So that's
day.
A hot take I dealt with today at work.
You're so brave to have dealt with that hot take. You're so graceful. You dealt with it with grace, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
But for the listeners at home, do you want to tell them the structure of what we've planned?
Yeah. So we both prepared 10 questions. 5 questions we have prepared.
Well, hot takes.
Excuse me. We've prepared 10 hot takes each.
Yeah.
So for the first round, I'm going to read 5 hot takes. Alec is going to read 5 hot takes. And we are going to try to guess if one another agrees or disagrees with the hot take that was mentioned. That
you can challenge the hot take, essentially.
Yeah. We're going to say it like it's true, and then it's on the other person to figure out whether they actually think we agree with it or we disagree with it.
Yeah.
And then in round 2, we're going to be giving hot takes that we actually agree with. And then we're going to be trying to guess if the other person would agree or disagree with aforementioned hot takes.
Yes. Did you get strategic about which ones you put in which rounds?
Honestly, I just started writing.
Yeah, same. But I did a little bit think about which ones would go where. So,
like we were just talking before we started recording, I think I struggled to make these not exceptionally controversial and turn into a rant about the state of the world.
Cameron's takes are piping hot.
Steaming pile of dookie hot.
Steaming pile of dookie hot. Hey, I've got a good starter one if you want to just get into it. Okay, here's my good starter one for round 1, okay?
Oh boy.
And so this, I either agree with this or I don't. Hot take.
Yeah, I'm going to guess if I think you agree with it or not.
Yeah, hot take, iPhone is better than Android.
I think you believe that.
You think I believe that? Well, should I give like a spiel one way or the other?
Here's the issue is we can just try to convince each other that we're right.
Right.
But that kind of defeats the purpose of agree or disagree, because you and I are just going to be, we may just agree on a lot of things.
We might, but you probably don't agree with that one, right?
I don't agree with that one, to be very clear.
But you think I agree?
I do think you agree with that take.
Well, that's not right. I don't agree with that. I do not think iPhone is better than Android. And for everyone listening, Cameron has an Android. I have an iPhone. I've always had an iPhone. I don't know if Cameron's always had an Android.
No, you watched me break my iPhone when we were on that exercise equipment in Lithuania.
Exercise machine, and then you never went back.
I shattered my iPhone, and it's been Android ever since, baby.
Yeah, I need to break my iPhone to break out of the cycle of being stuck in iPhone world, apparently.
So I think Apple does really good job at design. Like they got the human interface portion.
It's just really nice. Like an iPhone is nice to look at, good interface. Works
for 90% of people.
To do.
90% of people, that's fine. But for me, I'm like a little bit more tech knowledgeable and comprehensive,
smarter.
Yeah, I'm
better.
just better than everyone. But I like the amount of customization. Also, they're just phones, and they're spying on us constantly, and it doesn't really matter who made the phone that's collecting all your data. So
it's true.
I think the general sentiment is childish.
At this point, it's crazy that I have a PC, but I have an iPhone, because like that is where it makes a ton of sense to have an iPhone.
Fallen into pipeline.
I have not fallen into the pipeline yet. But I have thought about buying a Mac, because Macs are really good now compared to
Sam Rickard. We can have Sam talk about it at some point.
Yeah, we have a whole Apple episode. Click here.
Episode. All right.
Yeah,
my
hit
turn.
me with yours, Cameron.
The Beatles are overrated.
I think that you definitely agree with that, and I think this came up on the Cameron, Oops All Cameron's episode, didn't it?
It did not come up on the Oops All Cameron episode.
I thought it did, because I thought what was
that? Was the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys are overrated.
So
well,
you're right.
Similar vibe.
You're right, Alec. I do agree with that take, and here's why. The Beatles are arguably the most influential rock band of all time. I don't think anyone's
still overrated, is what you're saying.
I think they're overrated in terms of how good their music is.
I will say I like some Beatles songs, and I get that, like at the time they were like revolutionary and stuff, but if I'm listening to music, I am not choosing the Beatles. It's ridiculous to listen to most of the time, unless you're playing like Hey Jude or Let It Be or like one of the big
people
hits.
Who worship the Beatles, and it's like they are like the best thing since sliced bread.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club is like supposedly like this great album. Have you? It sounds like a circus.
It's okay.
Fell into a hole and all the instruments crashed into each other.
And maybe it's a lack of
that might be a sacrilegious take to say out loud.
Maybe I just can't transcend to the level that true Beatles fans are at, but they're overrated in my opinion. Most influential rock band of all time. Never going to argue with that. Their music, most of it's mid. They got a lot of bangers though.
All right, Beatles fans, let us know in the chat if we're way off base here, and we should just stop talking now.
We should really title this episode "Ostracizing Our Fans."
Ostracizing our fans. Here's one that probably I don't know how people will feel about this one. Hot take: Teen Titans Go is better than Teen Titans the original.
Wow, I don't think you agree with that.
You don't think I like Teen Titans Go?
I don't think you know what Teen Titans Go is.
It's a show on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, okay. Let me rephrase. I don't think you know enough about Teen Titans Go to have that opinion.
Okay, you caught me. I haven't seen either show. This is a hot take from Rachel.
What?
Rachel likes Teen Titans Go so much. And so I was telling her I was coming up with hot takes, and she reminded me of she was like, oh, I have a hot take, and it's this one, which she always brings up, that she thinks Teen Titans Go is better than Teen Titans. So I figured I'd throw it in and give her a shout out. I haven't seen
Rachel.
Either one, but
I watched. I don't have a strong opinion on the Teen Titans shows. Besides, I grew up watching the original animated series, and I've never watched Teen Titans Go. But I'll take Rachel's word for it.
It's like a very different tone of show, so I feel like it's not fair to directly compare them. But
one is from what I know about the Teen Titans Go show, yes, I agree. It is not the same. It's more childish, for lack of a better term.
Whoa!
Well, no, just saying.
I don't know. They definitely look cuter, and so
they definitely look cuter,
etc.
I will agree with that.
Okay, do your next one. I don't have anything else to say about Teen Titans.
The proper way to make cereal is milk and then the cereal.
Okay, that is an absolutely incorrect take, and I'm trying to think back to. I've definitely seen you pour bowls of cereal throughout our
time we lived together in college.
I don't know. You're a psychopath about certain things. I think you agree with this take.
Fuck no, dude.
Okay,
that's
sorry.
Horrible.
Okay, sorry. My bad.
Also, you're hurting my feelings, but no, that's fucking horrible.
Okay, sorry.
I was on full transparency, I did go on r/hot takes before this.
Oh, so you just ripped that one straight off?
No.
Oh,
It made me think of a conversation that you, John, and I had at one point when we lived together in college.
Which was?
About which the correct way to do cereal. I think we all agreed on it, to be clear, which was cereal then milk.
The only, like, that's
no.
the way 99% of people are doing it.
There are some groups of people that are like, it's milk then cereal. I'm like, that's wrong. It's objectively wrong.
Yeah, but
but the reason I bring up the r/hot,
such a minority, we don't even have to listen to them. You don't have to listen to minorities.
I disagree with that hot take.
That is not a real take. I disagree with that take as well.
Yeah. Someone said I go milk, cereal, then bowl. And it made me chuckle.
LOL. You could just go milk and cereal in the mouth and skip the bowl entirely. And also skip the spoon.
You called me a psychopath. That's insane.
Now here's a better question.
Oh boy.
Spoon in bowl before cereal and milk, or spoon last? Or spoon between milk and cereal. That would be crazy.
We cereal, spoon, then milk.
You know what? I've probably done that before. I've probably done
the spoon should be out of the bowl until the cereal is finalized. Just saying.
I don't know about you, but I'm just taking the spoon out of the drawer right into this bowl of cereal. There's no.
I just don't. I just don't take the spoon out.
Hands. Oh, okay.
I don't take the spoon out until my bowl of cereal is ready.
That is a way better question to ask. Is what do you do with the spoon though? That is better.
I'm fucking sorry. I didn't think of that. Because that's a crazy thing for me to think that. Okay.
Now it's time for me to comment on
another thing.
Technology and industry of today. Hot take: self-driving cars will never be as popular as manual cars.
What do you mean manual cars?
Human driven.
Okay.
Not manual transmission, but human driven cars.
I think you agree with that.
You think I agree with that? What do you how do you feel about that?
I think self-driving cars are a scam and kind of stupid. And I was going to put AI stuff in this, but then I was like, I'll just start ranting about AI.
All right. Well, sorry. I might have you rant about AI a little bit later.
Basically, there's no upside to us turning over the things that hurl us down roads at 90 miles an hour anyone but us.
I don't think humans are ever going to fully get on board. We'll never sort out all the legal implications of just having everybody's car autonomously driven, unless we come up with like a universal kind of standard where they're all on the exact same algorithm or something. I don't know. But I highly doubt that's going to happen.
You would basically have to have a globally connected network where it's like you're timing shit. Like it's just never going to happen.
And I think like Teslas, they're just everything's based on looking at other cars. They're not necessarily talking, like communicating with the other cars.
The only way to
Teslas
do it would
together, but
no, I don't think
they
so.
Don't. Okay, but
I don't know. I don't like Teslas. I think they're dumb.
I've been in a couple of them, and I've been in them while they're doing the self-driving, and it is very impressive. And I've been in a Waymo as well, and that was very impressive. They drive like a human. Waymos are the self-driving like taxis.
Yeah, sorry.
Like
I thought you were
Ubers.
talking about the technology brand Waymo for a second. I'm like, I didn't know they made self-driving cars.
Waymo. Google owns them. Waymo.
All right.
But yeah, I actually do agree with that one. So
okay. I'm not tracking points. Sorry, I don't think we talk. We're just
the fans at home are though.
Yeah. No, we're doing the classic thing we always said we wanted to avoid doing, which was just two dudes talking about things.
We have a structure. We've got a structure. Sort of. We've got 2 whole rounds here. Come on.
Okay.
Don't click off.
Don't click it, please.
Please don't click off. Cameron, say hot take quick. They're going to click off.
All right, I have a hot take. Super Smash Bros. Is not as fun as people say it is.
Oh, wow. Who are these people? Like gamers? Like just your average gamer? Your average Super Smash Bros. Enjoyer?
Your average person.
Well, people, like your average person probably hasn't played Super Smash Bros.
Average engineers.
average nerd is what you're saying.
Average nerd.
Okay, okay. The average nerd does kind of like Super Smash Bros.
Objectively, it's not a fun game.
I don't know. We played it a lot in college,
and
we wouldn't have done that if it wasn't fun. So I don't know who you're saying it's fun, but
the part that made it fun was playing together. It was
if you throw in a single player in there, then I totally agree with you.
Yeah, sure, that's what I meant.
No, multiplayer Smash is fun. I don't know I don't think that.
But it's only fun because you're just competing against your friends. It has nothing to do with the actual game.
Well, it's like you could say that about any game. You know, like the game is what allows you to feel like you're having a fun competition. Like there has to be like the parameters set up for it to feel fun. Like we could have fun playing, football.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't work.
You still need a game to make it fun. Like,
all right. I don't know if you may have convinced me. I don't agree with that.
Okay, nice. Yeah. That's a point for me.
I don't know how the points work, but that may have gone in your favor.
But I do agree that by yourself, it's not very fun. What is there to do when you play by yourself? Play a computer? Play online?
Train amiibos.
Train amiibos?
My Richter amiibo that I've named Sphincter.
Okay, this one's pretty spicy. Here you go.
Oh boy.
Hot take. Attack of the Clones is the best of the Star Wars prequels.
Man, it's so funny that you have a prequels thing because the next hot take I had was also about the prequels.
Well, that's good timing then.
Yeah, that's great timing actually.
Do you think I agree with that? Do you agree
Attack
with that?
of the Clones is the best of the prequels? No, I don't think you agree with that. That's a crazy fucking take.
It's a crazy take. It might be my craziest take, and I do agree with that.
Oh, I think Attack of the Clones.
I think Attack of the Clones has the most interesting, moving the story forward, most interesting visuals. Here's what you have to. Here's how the caveats you have to say. All the prequels are kind of trash from a filmmaking perspective. None of them are like good. We're
starting to get into my hot take scenario.
Okay, maybe we'll save it for then. But I do like Attack of the Clones more than the other two prequels. And I always have. Menace. And even going back as an older person. You think
Attack of the Clones is better than Phantom Menace?
Phantom Menace is boring as hell, dude. There's like three things that happen in that movie.
And most of it's at the end.
Yeah. Attack of the Clones is awesome. And end of story. I agree with that one. But let's keep talking about the prequels with your
all right. Here's my prequel hot take. Every single prequel, the worst prequel is better than the best sequel.
Ooh, the worst prequel is better than the best sequel.
The Star Wars sequels are objectively worse movies from a storytelling perspective than the prequels are.
I don't agree with that. I think you agree with that.
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't leave any room for like you interpreting what I thought about that.
I mean, just knowing based on the previous conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
It made sense. What is your least favorite prequel? Attack of the Clones. My least favorite is probably Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace is good, but it's not that good.
What's the second one?
Attack of the Clones.
What's the third one then?
Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is like the common answer for the best one of the prequels, but my hot take is that Attack of the Clones is better than Revenge of the Sith. Because Revenge of the Sith, it just moves too fast from him going from sad to evil.
The names of the movies always fuck with me. The third one is the best.
That's what most people think.
What did you ask me?
I'm not like other girls. What's your least favorite prequel? Because I want to see what your least favorite prequel is and what your favorite sequel is and see if it... Because you just said the worst prequel... Or wait, you just said the worst
prequel is better than the best sequel.
Yeah, yeah. So I would say the worst prequel is like Phantom Menace, if I had to do them. A lot of people would say Attack of the Clones.
I just don't know. Attack of the Clones is better than I thought.
There's just a lot of good stuff in it, dude. There's a lot of
All right, sure. I'll just say Phantom Menace.
But so, and then your favorite prequel, I mean, or your favorite sequel,
Rise of the Jedi.
The last one?
No, is that the last one? I'm sorry, the second one.
The Last Jedi.
Oh yes, sorry. Thank you.
Oh, Rise of Skywalker is the last one. My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I will say I think Force Awakens is a very good movie on its own. It copied A New Hope storyline, but that's because it was a good storyline. So to say it's not a good story doesn't really make any sense unless you've seen all the other Star Wars movies.
It's not good.
Here's a hot take. One of the best introductions into the Star Wars universe is to show somebody The Force Awakens first. Because it's a fresh, new movie that is in line with people's expectations of like action movies today, but it has good characters, good story, and still references the whole Skywalker saga.
Disagree 100%.
That's an easy one to disagree with, but I've made my case.
No, and here's the reason.
Force Awakens is better than frickin' Phantom Menace or even Attack of the Clones. Force Awakens is better.
Force Awakens is a bad movie. Half of the movie is old people staring in the camera, waiting for the theater to clap. That's most of the movie.
That only happens like one time with Han Solo.
No. It happens the first time Rey lights up the lightsaber. It's... And then she just stands there for no reason for like 10 seconds. That movie is fucking Disney taking Star Wars and just making it ass.
It's definitely better than the other two. So if you don't like that one,
Last Jedi is better than Force Awakens.
Last Jedi sucks. And I stand by that for
Logan convinced me that it's a good movie.
Well, it's not a good movie. It's not a good Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
True. They just, because Rian Johnson just did whatever he want with all of the Star Wars tone of a Star Wars movie, and it's not a good Star Wars movie. But we should probably move on because otherwise we'll just keep talking about Star Wars. Here's my final hot take of round one.
Oh boy,
this is switching it up a bit. Cigarette smoke smells good.
I agree with that. I think you agree with that too.
I disagree with that, dude. I was trying to come up with one that I blatantly disagreed with. But I do see why people like it. I mean, it's got a distinct smell, like distinct flavor people could like.
I think for me, it's a nostalgia thing because my grandma used to smoke.
Yeah.
And my grandpa used to smoke a pipe that had a very like specific smell. So like me smelling like tobacco is like, it's nostalgic for me.
Right.
Remembering the time I used to go over and hang
people
out with my grandparents.
Who used to smoke usually like the smell still because it has that association and everything. But
all right,
I do not like it. It smells bad.
That's fair. I don't know how hot of a take that is actually.
Cigarette smoke smells good is the hot take.
Oh,
I would say that's.
I don't know how. No, I still think
cigarette smoke smells bad is not a hot take.
Anyway, the correct way to use toilet paper when wiping is to fold it, not bunch it.
Ooh, I agree with that fully, mostly because I do that. But I know some people who bunch.
I'm a buncher, bro.
Oh, so you disagree with that one?
I disagree with that take. Folding, I think, is a waste of time. Waste of precious ass wiping time.
Bunching is a waste of toilet paper.
Not true. Just bunch better.
How many squares are you using?
I don't count.
You can't bunch with like 3 squares.
Bro, you can't wipe your ass with 3 squares normally.
Yeah, if you fold it, you can.
No.
You fold it, 3 squares.
That booty hole ain't getting clean that way.
Well, you got to do multiple. Obviously, you got to do multiple wipes. You're not doing one wipe with a bunch.
Yeah, okay. There's no such thing as a one wipe poop.
There's a 0 wipe poop. I've done it before.
Okay. Getting into level 2.
The catch-22 of a 0 wipe poop is you don't know it's a 0 wipe poop until you've already tried the first wipe. So it ends up being a 1 wipe poop no matter what.
Yeah, agreed. Unless you can tell, it's just like we had squeezed that one out. Yeah, we had squeezed that one out.
Yeah, but those are rare. Those are few and far between.
Yeah, I guess technically, if you use a bidet, that's a 0 wipe poop.
Ooh, because you don't. Do you wipe it all with a bidet? I've never used a bidet.
I mean, I don't think you leave your butthole wet.
Yeah, but some of them just air blast you. Don't they? Don't the fancy Japanese ones air blast you?
I've never used a bidet, in all honesty.
Don't they Dyson airjet your bunghole?
I don't think it's that specific. Wouldn't that be cold? It's like cold air on your booty hole?
If it's fancy enough to blast you with air, it's probably got hot air.
Okay.
Would you rather have hot air or cold air? Hot air might
just
be
have
worse.
like air.
Yeah, but it's got to move. Okay. Enough talking about that, right? Are we done?
Yeah, no more buttholes.
Okay, end of round 1. How many points do you have?
Don't know.
Me neither. The score is fun to fun. So I guess it's time for round 2.
I guess it is time for round 2.
And this round, our hot takes are ones that we're going to try to guess what the other person thinks. So we'll have to switch it up a bit. You can't immediately reveal what you feel because you're going to have to guess.
So the ones I'm going to say I agree with, the
Right.
ones you say you agree with, and then we got to
Yes.
see what we think the other person's going to say.
Yeah, so if you're the other person, you got to
Keep a cool face.
Keep
cool.
a yeah.
Cool.
Stay cool. Do you want to go first this time?
Sure. This one's bad. I shouldn't have written this.
Oh.
Kung Fu Panda is legitimately the best trilogy in terms of structured trilogy in all of movies. And here's why.
Is it still all part of the hot take?
Yes. Well, that is the hot take, and here's why.
Okay.
Each movie is a different challenge for Poe to overcome in his journey. The first being physical, the second being mental, and the third being spiritual. And it's set up perfectly. Each movie, I'm ignoring the fourth one. I haven't watched it. It doesn't.
Aren't they
count.
all kind of spiritual?
No. The first one, he conquers his body. He proves that he can come past what he believes are his physical limitations and become the dragon warrior. And in the second one, he fights through his trauma and deals with mental health issues. And then in the third one, he's like, all right, I've gotten here, but now in order for me to really become whole, I need to deal with the spiritual side of reconnecting with my past.
Okay. I mean, I like the Kung Fu Panda trilogy. Does it mess it up the fact that there's a fourth movie?
I refuse to acknowledge that.
Okay. I feel like that might mess it up. What do you think?
I think you're going to disagree with this.
I disagree with this one. I kind of revealed that a little too soon.
No, that's fine. I knew you were going to disagree with that. I just wanted to put it out there in the world.
Okay. We like
make
Kung
my
Fu
case
Panda.
to the people.
Go listen to the Kung Fu Panda episode of Bus One Trivia.
Oh, freaking! Well, we got to do another one. I got to do another one.
Didn't we cover all the movies? Well, we only covered the
Bro,
first
we haven't
movie?
even scratched the surface of my Kung Fu Panda knowledge.
Oh my gosh!
I'm also
this
too
isn't
busy
even my
writing.
final form.
I'm too busy writing the K-pop Demon Hunters episode.
Dude, make sure I'm on it. I will win.
Yeah, you and everyone else, bro.
I will win. Okay, here's my hot take.
Okay.
And I have to guess how you feel about this. Okay. People are too obsessed with privacy online.
Okay.
And I think Cameron probably disagrees with this. I think Cameron probably, but here, I'll just give my case first. I think, I know some people who are like, de-Googling their Android phones and stuff. Like they're like trying to be like off the grid as much as possible. That's insane to me because first of all, it just makes everything in your life harder to accomplish. But as far as just like a regular person, yeah, don't like share your passwords around and answer spam calls and click on phishing emails and stuff like that. But like as far as privacy of like, oh, the government's gonna steal my data, so I'm not gonna use this service ever or whatever. It's like, but why would the government want your data, dude? Like, why would the government want to go specifically after you? Unless you're getting scammed by like somebody overseas trying to steal your money like that, I put in another category. But just in terms of like general use of like public things where the privacy is concerned, I think people are a little too concerned about it. It's a little like self-aggrandizing to be like, China wants my data. Like, no, they don't care about you specifically. Like, they might use it in aggregate to advertise to you or something like that, or I don't know. In general, I think people are a little too up in arms about it.
And you think I agree or disagree with this?
I think you disagree with that.
This is nuanced. I think off the cuff I think off the cuff I disagree, but I think the argument you're trying to make is that it doesn't matter anymore. Maybe because everyone who would possibly want that data already has it.
I'll give a little anecdote that kind of planted the seed for this for me. We were making our senior design project in college, and our senior design project involved a microphone that you would wear to like track the sound levels around you. And we like showed it to like different professors to get like feedback on it. And one of the professors was like, well, I would never wear this because what if it's tracking me and like recording me? And I'm like,
it's like, dude, your
people wear you have a phone. Like, people wear Apple Watches. Like, they all have microphones. And he was like, yeah, and I wouldn't use those. And I'm like, okay, you're insane. That's where this kind of started for me, is I've met people like this who are convinced they can just avoid all of it entirely, and that is craziness.
You can do that if you literally just only have a fucking prepaid flip phone, and that's all you do, and you do everything else. Like, and you would have had to do that from the start. There's no way to get out of that. Once the information's online, it's there. Yeah, I mean, I do disagree. I'll give you that, but like, there's more to it that we don't probably have the time to get into.
Yeah, I kind of covered my whole thought process.
I'm more of the like the government. Mass data collection is a real thing that the United States government is doing, and what is so worrisome, I think, about it, and this is a little bit of a tangent, is that they're using the data not because they want it, but because they want to feed it into generative AI and different AI data sets. And what's concerning about that is the implications of being able to basically build a profile and basically be able to, like, you've heard of flock cameras, right?
I think so. Where they just tracking you around a city or something with security.
Yeah, it's just basically license plate readers tracking your every movement.
Yeah.
And there's obviously privacy concern implications with that, because the government does not have a need to track where people are going all day.
But here's my so I can agree with it. Like, yeah, they are using it for nefarious purposes. But
you being on Facebook doesn't
you do deserve privacy. But for like something like the flock cameras, I wouldn't feel comfortable with them using it. But like, what makes you think that you specifically are going to be harmed by it? Unless you are doing something wrong, right?
Well,
like,
and my counterpoint to that would be the erosion of personal privacy.
Yeah, we just have way less privacy than we used to, and I feel like people just gotta get over it.
The erosion of personal privacy as a collective erodes personal privacy for the individual.
It's true.
I agree. There are people who are like, the government's tracking me. They need to know everything. Those people are mostly crazy. But there are legitimately people that are like, hey, this is more an overall privacy concern, because if they're willing to push it here, they're not going to stop when it comes to the individual.
I just think in some sense, like the cat's already out of the bag. Like you're not. The
cat is out of the bag.
You're not going to put Pandora back in the box, or whatever the phrase is. You're not gonna go back to the way it was.
Back in the. You're not going to put.
So we should be thinking about this more realistically than just like, nobody should ever know where I am at any time. It's like, well, sorry.
I mean, the right answer.
That's the life we live in now.
The right answer in the U.S. is at least anyone who serves or is
right.
There's regulation about it, but that we can't pass a budget. So anyway,
burn. What's your other hot? Well, what's your next hot take?
Electric cars aren't good for the environment right now.
Oh, I've actually, well, I don't want to give away too much about how I feel about this. Do you want to guess how I feel first, and then we can talk about it?
I think you agree with it. With some further.
It depends geographically. I will say I agree with it in some areas of the country. Geographically, it's not as good.
Here's why. My focus in college, I'm an electrical engineer by degree, right, was power and energy systems, specifically large scale, macro electrical systems. It is good to not burn gas more than you need to. That is a net positive. But the way the energy grid, at least in the United States, is structured is you have what's called constantly running stuff and then on in time stuff. I'm not using the official terms, but basically what happens,
like
there's
clocks.
The clocks? Stop. Right. So like nuclear reactors, always constantly outputting a set level of power, right? They're constant. They don't change. Turbines, solar panels, relatively constant, all things considered. When right now, the idea, at least in the United States, is we're going to get rid of gas cars, and that's going to solve all of the world's energy problems. And people continue to forget that the mining of the lithium is still really bad for the environment.
Okay, so the lithium is
no, not just that. And the energy it takes to charge the cars is not necessarily coming from a fuel efficient resource. So to your point about like geographic location, if you live in an area where 90% of the power is generated by nuclear power, it totally is fine. Like it is only a positive. But most of the time when there's increased demand on the grid, they use coal and oil to increase that supply. So just going to electric cars without decarbonizing our entire electrical grid, bad.
Okay. Here, I just found the map that I've always been interested in.
Yeah, you and I have had this conversation before.
It is better than gas cars. Is it? But
yes,
okay.
Agreed. It is not.
So if you have to drive to work, it is better to get an electric car.
Absolutely. 100% agree with that.
It's obviously better to not drive at all.
It is not.
Is that what your take is?
No, my take is that
electric cars aren't good for the environment on their own.
Yes.
Right. They're just less bad compared to gas.
They're just less bad. They're not good for the environment.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Especially when you consider the mining implications and the fact that in order to charge them, we're still using fossil fuels by and large. And we're using dirtier fossil fuels.
No,
we're using coal.
I do want to put some correct information out there. You're using fossil fuels, but it's still way better than burning gas. No matter where you are in the country. I just pulled up the map. In the worst areas of the country, as in like least efficient, if you drive an electric car, it is as efficient as getting 56 miles per gallon on your gas car.
I'm not.
Even if you're burning like, the most in the area of the country with the least renewables.
My take is that electric cars by themselves, not good for the environment. When paired with smart renewable energy system and power generation, perfect. But fossil fuels, still bad.
Okay. I just don't want to, because the line of thinking of when you give that take is like, oh, well, I might as well just drive my gas car then.
That is not what I'm saying.
We're not saying that. We are not
saying that.
Okay.
We're saying be educated about how you're going to charge your electric car, because
plug it into your outlet. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Is it doesn't matter where you plug it in. It's still better than a regular car.
Agreed, but it's not. It is not. It's not the be all end all.
Well, right, yeah.
All right. Next.
This one's a little lighter. We can get back to basics here. 99% of generic brands are just as good as the name brand.
Oh.
Food wise.
Okay.
Specifically talking about like in the grocery store.
And what do you think I think?
I think you disagree with this.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
Okay, hell yeah. Let's go. I will say there's certain things like an Oreo, for example. You're not gonna, if you asked for an Oreo and somebody gave you the off-brand Oreo, you would know and you would be a little bit upset. But most things, especially things that are like ingredients, who cares, man? Why are you buying brand ragu sauce? Buy the Kroger brand or Great Value brand sauce, dude.
Amen. I'm 100%.
It tastes the same.
The only thing I am a stickler for when it comes to brands is cereal.
And it depends on the cereal, I will say.
I eat a lot of multi-grain Cheerios, and there's not a lot of off-brand versions.
There's certain specific varieties they don't have an off-brand for. I do off-brand Honey Bunches of Oats, pretty darn good. I eat those.
Oh, I also crushed me some Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs, I think there's off-brands of those now, though.
Yeah, and you and I have eaten them at the same time.
I'm just saying, don't fall into
from that big bag.
The commercialism. Just buy the generic brand, man. Don't feel ashamed. I feel like people sometimes shame you for buying generic brand. Don't feel ashamed, man. It's so much cheaper. It tastes the same.
Buy generic brand. And not just food. Fucking buy generic everything.
And in general.
It's the same shit.
I realized that there are generic brands of like certain things where it's like, okay, you probably want the quality of like, I don't know, a tech product with like a name brand.
You should never buy anything but generic brand like medicine.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. As I never buy the name brand.
There is no benefit.
Freaking thing.
There's no benefit to buying name brand medicine at all.
It's literally the same thing. Yeah, agreed.
It is actually the same thing.
I like how they do them the same colors too.
Speaking of pharmaceuticals, this is a great segue into my next hot take.
Good segue.
All drugs should be legal in the United States.
Okay.
I think you disagree with that take.
I think I have to disagree with that just because you could just like die with certain drugs if somebody takes
Here's my caveat. Okay. And here's a caveat that I know you'll agree with, but I didn't want to just caveat my take because that's not helpful. We, instead of sending money into stopping drugs from getting here, should invest it instead into rehabilitation and education programs. You know, shit that'll actually work.
Yeah, and they do that when they legalize drugs. That's
what I'm saying. That's why all drugs should be legal no matter what.
Okay. Crystal meth, I do not think should be legal. Like, just for example.
Please. We shouldn't be putting people in jail because they're doing drugs.
Well, yeah, that's different than having the drug be decriminalizing the use of it is different than having the drug be legal, right? Like, yes. It's illegal to have...
I'm not saying it should be legal to sell drugs. It should be legal to use drugs. Or it should just be not on a law. Just, sure, decriminalize it. Okay. If you use drugs, the U.S. Court systems should have no way to do anything. And the only thing that we as a country should be doing is saying, hey, man, here's a free place for you to go get some help.
Yeah.
Please do that.
I don't know. It's tough because that's like a public health thing. Here's where I always
is.
go.
We should also have free healthcare. Hot take.
Well, but here's a proposition to you. Should it be illegal to wear a seatbelt? Or illegal to not wear a seatbelt? Sorry, should it be illegal to not wear a seatbelt?
Right.
That's
common
the same
argument.
Thing. What if I don't want to wear my seatbelt and just kill myself? I should be allowed to do that. That's like the libertarian argument. But public health wise, more people stay alive if you just force everyone to use a seatbelt.
But that's the thing. More people don't stay like this. People are still using drugs.
People are still using drugs, but do you think it would go down if all of them
I think
legalized? I don't know.
People are using drugs regardless of their legality. No one gives a shit if the drug is legal. If you're using
well, okay, that's why I wanted to say using versus selling, because some people are just making money.
Selling drugs should be illegal. Yes, we should not be selling fentanyl in Walmart.
Right. Or on the street either. Right.
Agreed.
You should arrest drug dealers selling dangerous drugs.
Sure. Instead of legal, we'll say decriminalize.
Decriminalize the use. I am more on board with that.
All drugs.
I'm trying to think of a drug where I would disagree with it. I mean, like, because I'm sure there's drugs where you could just like instantly die if you take them, and then it doesn't really matter if it's decriminalized or not because you're dead.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And it's like people are using drugs regardless of the legality, but we're putting people in jail for it for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Decriminalize
all drugs. I've come around. I agree.
Okay, sweet. Thanks.
Hell yeah. Here's a good one. Hot take. There's no such thing as an awkward moment.
Okay.
Did I convince you to agree with that one just by looking at you for a few seconds?
No, what do you think I think?
I think you agree.
I absolutely do not.
Okay. I thought you might have picked up what I laid down, which is that if there's an awkward moment, it just means you're feeling uncomfortable for some societal reason that doesn't matter. Like an awkward silence doesn't have to be awkward. It could just be like, oh, nobody thought of anything to say. Like, what is the point of telling people like, oh, that was awkward? It's just like, oh, you're not behaving in the way that I think you should have behaved in that one moment. Like, just do whatever you want to do. That's my.
What is your take? Say that again.
There's no such thing as an awkward moment.
That's not true.
It's only awkward because somebody tells you it's awkward. It's not like inherently
That's not true.
awkward.
That's not true. Nope. Hard disagree. I don't want to explain my stance. No. Every day at work, it's super uncomfortable. There's super awkward interactions, and I just like sit there. I'm like,
yeah, but couldn't you just like chill? Like, couldn't you just like?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it doesn't upset me. It's just like
so. Yeah, but so your label of something that's awkward is just not like a perfectly smooth interaction, right? Is that what you would consider something to be awkward? Like,
no,
I don't know.
I work with some fucking weirdos.
I think here's where I'm coming from with this. Sometimes, I don't know if you heard that, but somebody just dropped something.
I assume it was your wife.
It was my wife. Somebody in my house.
Probably. I assume it wasn't your dog.
Here's where I'm coming from on this one. Some people don't like try to be social or try to do anything because they're afraid of coming across as awkward, and just don't worry about it. Like, because
that's a different thing than what you said, though.
Well, the reason I say that is because it's to point out that it is a social construct.
Yeah, of course it's a social construct. Just because it's a social construct doesn't mean it doesn't matter, though.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
in this case.
Social constructs, just because they're constructs, doesn't mean they don't have impacts on people.
They have impacts, but they don't always have to. Like, if you have to think about, like, am I behaving because of a social construct?
Yes, that's why most of us
differently than how I normally
do.
want to, like, but differently than how you would otherwise want to behave. Then that's probably not.
I disagree with that take, and if you think I agree with it, I disagree with that.
Okay, you got me.
I understand what you're saying, though. Don't let things be awkward. Speak your mind regardless.
Or don't speak your mind, or just stay silent if you don't have anything to say. Nice.
Most people only like Taylor Swift because it's a popular thing to do.
Ooh.
She is a talented musician.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Ostracizing the Swifties. Achievement unlocked.
But very talented musician. But most people who love Taylor Swift, it has nothing to do with the music and everything to do with being a Swiftie.
I don't know that many like actual hardcore Swifties, so I to be honest, I don't know.
Have you met a white woman that is our age?
I have a wife. I have a white woman wife, and she went to the Eras tour. So, but she's not like a Swiftie, you know. She's not like obsessed with Taylor Swift. She likes Taylor Swift, but
Ariana Grande has a similar fan base.
Ooh, I don't even know anything about that. Do you think I agree or disagree with your take?
I think you disagree with it.
I think I disagree with it just because you said it has nothing to do with the music. Like, obviously, I think they have to like the music itself to be a Swiftie.
Let me read. That's not what I mean. It is not primarily because of the music.
Not primarily.
It's more about the social status.
What social status are you getting as a Swiftie?
like it's more about being a part of that community and group of people, and because it's
the
cool
community
to like
sure.
Taylor Swift.
Is it
actually? Yes, I think. I don't know.
Mean, you have a community, but is it like cool?
Maybe this is a boomer take of me, bro.
No, I don't. No, I think it's a good take. It's a hot take. It's a good hot take.
I know.
I don't know. I'm not a Swiftie, so I don't know. I don't know why they like the music or why they like Taylor Swift.
We should talk about what's the K-pop group that everyone loves?
BTS.
Yeah, we should piss off the BTS army.
Blackpink. I'm not prepared to do that. I'm not prepared to piss off any more fan bases. We already pissed off the Beatles and Taylor Swift.
And
the
maybe
Swifties,
Star
what do
Wars.
they call them? The Beatles?
The Beatles.
And Star Wars, people have totally lost all credibility of our thoughts on Star Wars.
And the DEA with the drugs thing.
It's the hot takes episode. People are going to get offended.
It's the hot takes.
Don't like it? Don't like it? Leave.
Off.
Just kidding. Don't click off. Don't click off. All right, it's time for an AI rant from Cameron, because this is my AI-based hot take. Why should I bother reading something that you couldn't bother to write yourself?
I agree with that. Oh, wait, sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
I think you agree with that.
What did you actually think?
I knew you would agree with that, because I'm pretty sure you're kind of anti-AI, as I am.
I'm not anti-AI.
I am anti-generative AI for creative, for the purposes of making something that it is, as a human, kind of your duty to do. It is your duty to make art and write and communicate with others. Don't let a robot do that for you, because you'll not be very human.
I'm not anti-generative AI. I think I'm anti. There's a place for AI in art. I think it is a usable art medium.
I think it's a tool, but if you're using it to do the entire job,
yeah, that's different. I don't know. The generative AI stuff, I can sleep at night knowing that that's out there. Oh no, it sucks.
It's going to get tough here. It's getting pretty good in terms of photos looking really, really realistic.
Yeah, I see, and that's I guess when it comes to that stuff, I'm like, that's why the cat's out of the bag. Same thing with social media.
I'm not going to stand here and be like, and we should outlaw it. I'm just trying to say, socially, don't succumb to the huge tech companies trying to advertise to you that you need to use AI to write emails. Write the frickin' email. It's not that hard. You're a better person because you know how to write an email.
What we honestly need to do is regulate. We need to attempt to regulate it inside. I don't know. I don't even think we necessarily need to regulate it.
I think we need to shame everybody who's using it for basic tasks.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This post there's a place brought to you by the person who sent me an AI generated email multiple times this week and pissed me off.
There is a place for it for people who may not have the ability to, the differently able community. There's a place for it as a tool to help.
Well, I mean, I guess you could, at the minimal level in terms of writing tool, you could think of autocorrect or spell check.
It's
I'm not against that, but then you go the whole way where you're just write me a birthday card for my son, and it's okay.
Yeah,
don't do that.
So my concerns with AI are more focused on my concerns. I don't know. I am not an AI guy.
My concerns, capital M, capital M.
But my concerns more are along the lines of the model training of
the copyright indications and people's data,
predictive modeling of behaviors of people and governments and organizations using that for nefarious purposes.
Honestly, the environmental concerns are
concerns
top of
AI.
mind for me every time I consider using AI, or even just Google something, because now it does AI for you and you don't even want it to.
People just also need to watch the Terminator movies. Hot take.
That's a take. I don't think it's ever gonna take over our lives. Our society is just gonna be withered away if nobody's writing anything themselves, drawing, creating anything themselves.
I'm going to shout out a different podcast right now that I am a personal fan of. No affiliation.
But don't click away until the end.
Behind the Bastards is a podcast where they talk about some of the worst people in history. And they did a 4-part series, I think it was, on the Zizians, which is, as they said it, and as the conservative media says it, AI
I thought we weren't getting
trans vegan death cult. And
okay.
it's actually not that far off of a description. You know, obviously the conservative media in the United States is like foaming at the trans AI death guy.
I thought we were getting political.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I was doing my best Alex Jones. They're turning the frogs gay.
They're turning the frogs
like,
gay, et cetera,
They're
et cetera.
turning the frogs gay. The chemtrails, bro. Anyway.
Yeah.
Really good podcast. Really good. I would really recommend listening to it. There are a lot of very wealthy people who work in the AI industry trying to bring about an intelligent AI god, and they actually believe it.
Sick.
They're called rationalists. They're very powerful, and they're very scary.
Season 4 of Westworld, or season 3, or whatever season it was, where they had a humongous
I stopped watching after season 1
that controlled society.
Basically,
that was in Westworld.
Okay.
Okay, what's your final hot take?
This one's, you know, I was gonna end on a banger, but honestly, like we've really, the only thing we didn't really talk about is like politics straight up.
It's true. We covered a lot of bases today.
We were dancing around it. And I think the conservative media comment I just
jump
made
back to 30 seconds ago when Cameron's fully imitating Alex Jones.
That guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Here's my last hot take, and I think the last hot take of this episode.
I have one.
Fireworks and fireworks shows, they suck.
What? Okay, I disagree with that. You don't even have to guess. That is a very hot take. Why do you not like fireworks, Cameron? Do you hate joy?
It's not that I dislike fireworks.
Pretty colors. Big boom.
That's it, man. It's just once you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Yeah, but they're cool every time.
Nah.
Now, do I go out and buy fireworks? Am I like obsessed with fireworks?
Different.
No.
Blowing shit up on the ground, different. That's not fireworks.
Come 4th of July, if I hear the fireworks going off outside, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go look at them.
Yeah, so I knew you were going to disagree with this.
Yeah, that's a horrible take.
Because you're a fucking normie.
Guys, put a fireworks emoji in the chat to show that you disagree with that.
If you like fireworks. Listen, it's not that I dislike fireworks. I just don't think fireworks shows are enjoyable.
That's fair. They're kind of boring after a while. I'll give you that. But
once you've seen one fireworks show, you've seen all fireworks shows.
But that doesn't mean I want to stop.
You know what pisses me off more? When people clap at the end of a fireworks show.
Okay, but it's a show. You can clap.
No one's performing.
Somebody set up that show. Somebody timed it. You know, there's companies.
It's the same thing as clapping when an airplane lands.
I think that's fine too.
If you clap, no, here's another hot take. Actually, if you clap when the fucking airplane lands, you should be banned from flying. Not allowed.
Well, looks like we've arrived in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So that's all fucking the time we have today.
White people. If you enjoyed your ride on Bus One today, we would really appreciate if you told your friends about us. We're on all the social medias at Bus One Trivia. That's BUSONE Trivia. Feel free to also email us any topics, questions, or ideas you guys have,
or hot
potentially
takes
for an episode. Or honestly, at this point, just give us your hot takes. Bus1trivia@gmail.com or hi@bus1trivia.com. We also got merch.
We've got merch on our website, bus1trivia.com. What else is there?
And Cameron'sAss.com.
And Cameron'sAss.com.
We don't plug that enough.
Finally, we'd like to thank Vert for the use of our theme song, 5978, which is a certified banger. And that is not a hot take. That's an ice cold take. Everybody thinks that. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for riding Bus One.
Hot take.